Hi, so I'm Rosie, I'm 22 years old and I have Crohn's disease.
Crohn's disease is a long-term condition that causes inflammation of the lining of the digestive system. Common symptoms can include diarrhoea, abdominal pain, fatigue and weight loss.
I first started having my symptoms when I was 15 years old, so it was in the middle of my GCSEs and I was really sick, I was losing a lot of weight, I was going to the toilet about 20 times a day, which is insane, but so took a big effect on my life and I had a really hard time getting diagnosed. So I had a lot of procedures done, I was on a lot of medication, saw a lot of different doctors, and I wasn't diagnosed with Crohn's disease until 2014. So in 2009 is when I first started having the symptoms, and 2014 is when I was finally diagnosed with Crohn's disease. I've had many hospital stays, Peterborough, London, here in Sheffield where I'm studying now, and it takes quite a toll on you. I am actually getting treatment tomorrow. I'm starting Humira, which is adalimumab. I don't really know how to pronounce that. And it's actually a self-injection, so the first few will be done by a nurse at the hospital, and it's an immune suppressant. So as Crohn's disease is an autoimmune disease, this is going to suppress my immune system. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can go into remission and I can start living a normal life again.
Rosie isn't the only one living with this invisible disease. Crohn's and Colitis UK charity believe that there are at least 300,000 people in the UK and millions more worldwide affected by Crohn's. However, the charity don't want people to think they're alone and are offering support and help to those who are suffering.
It's really good because you meet other people and you don't think you're the only one going through the things that you're going through. And particularly with inflammatory bowel disease, because it's a disease of the digestive system and particularly the bowels, it's not something that people like to talk about. People don't talk about going to the toilet and all the problems associated with that. So it's good to meet other people and to be able to talk in confidence and know that people understand. If you visit the Crohn's and Colitis website, there's all information on there. There's a number of walks over the next few months that people can volunteer at if they just want to do a one-off. They can get involved with their local teams and be more involved. There's also helplines that people can get involved with and check in publications, because they also produce lots of publications to help people who are newly diagnosed and people who are finding changes in their condition.
So I'm just going now to the hospital to go get my Humira administered. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm wearing comfy clothes, well they can see, but because I'm not sure how comfortable I'm going to feel doing it. I've heard it's meant to hurt a lot, but fingers crossed if it helps, it's probably worth it.
Throughout Rosie's treatment, she has had lots of help from others who also suffer from inflammatory bowel disease through campaigns such as the Toilet Me and IBD. This is a worldwide campaign aiming to support sufferers of IBD and also offers a safe place for people to share their stories. James Crohn is the founder of the campaign.
It's the Toilet Me and IBD, and I set it up back, it was like 2 years ago now. It was kind of just a spur of the moment thing. It started off as like a closed Facebook group, but I've kind of like tried to extend it now really. So we have like a Twitter and Instagram, we've got our own like sort of official Facebook page, and we just try and, you know, not only support people who are suffering from inflammatory bowel disease, but also raise awareness and educate people on what inflammatory bowel disease is. I think it's really important because it's so easy to be like, oh, talk to your doctor, talk to your family. Like, they don't know how it is unless you're suffering from that, or you've had first-hand experience of it. You're not going to know. I think it's an integral part for people to be able to, you know, not only accept like their condition, but also be able to meet other people. I didn't know anything about inflammatory bowel disease before I started like doing stuff like this, and I wouldn't say, you know, I'm a doctor or anything, but I do know a lot more now than I did before. So I think it's definitely that campaigns are worthwhile. Most of the time they're run by people that like they're non-profit, they're fundraising for the charities. So, you know, like it's always, I think it's a good thing.
So the Humira comes in boxes like this that are kept in the fridge, and these are the pens. I've already taken the first and second side of them, and this is the side I will be injecting into myself. It's important to check that the expiry date's not gone on them. And how it works is you stab below your belly button until this window turns yellow, so that means that all of the medication's gone in. So before I show you, you also get a sharps bin, because obviously sharps, to put everything in, and I'm pre-prepared by having some cotton pads because sometimes it bleeds a bit after. So I'm just putting that up. They go on each side there. So hopefully you can still see. So I will take the pen. As you can see, that side goes in first, and has to be anywhere below your belly button. So I've been kind of doing it on this side, so I'm going to do it back on this side today, so I don't get any sort of like irritation from doing it too much on one side. So you have to hold it really firmly, as in really firmly, and then bring it in, hold it down so it stays in, and then the window's gone yellow now, so I can take that out, and the safety always comes up. So I'll just put some on that. I only have to do this once every fortnight, just for a month, and I have to go back for a review to see how the medication's going. So far, not so good, but I don't expect miracles straight away. That's gonna stop now. Yeah, to begin with, the nurse obviously trains you on how to use these, and then you do them at home. I think it's more convenient than having to go in every other week or sooner if your dosage is higher. But yeah, hopefully this works, and then I'll be doing it again in a fortnight, and then I'll be seeing my gastroenterologist to have some more bloods done and have a talk about whether it's working or not. The injection itself doesn't really hurt, doesn't hurt any more than another injection, but afterwards it can be quite sore, obviously because you've just injected into your muscle. So yeah, that's how you do Humira.
Rosie was recently taken into hospital with a blockage causing her serious amounts of pain. She has been put on several different medications including steroids, fluids, laxatives, morphine and codeine. She will continue medication prescribed by the doctors when she is at home. Rosie is constantly exhausted due to her fatigue and is trying to get back to normality as quick as possible. Even though her body is rejecting her new medication, she still continues to be in good spirit and vows to never give up.
So after a pretty rough week of being in hospital, I'm finally out and relieved to be back with my family and friends. I might not have won that battle, but hopefully we'll win the war with continued research and support from funding. Crohn's and colitis will hopefully one day have a cure.